Everything in the universe is composed of two things: matter and energy. When you come to the conclusion that desire is a thought impulse, and that thought impulses are energy, and that energy and matter are the same thing just in different forms, and that everyone's thoughts are energy and everyone is composed of matter, you come to the realization that matter and thoughts are the same thing, energy, just in different forms. If you are meditative, if you are reflective, if you are relentless on singly focusing on one specific goal, you write down a definite plan of how to achieve that goal, you will manifest it through the universe. You will attract the energy you create. Many people have done this. LeBron, after losing the 2013 finals, performing way below his standards, for the summer, cut out all the noise, all the media, all of the newspaper articles, all of his social media, and focused on one goal of winning a championship. The next season, he won his first ring and was finals MVP. Genghis Khan would spend hours in isolation before a war, a conflict. He would become meditative on what actions he should take. He was singularly focused on a goal to obtain. And that's why if you become fixated on achieving a goal, whether it is making money, getting into a relationship, getting the body you want at the gym, whatever it is, if you are singularly focused on that goal, you believe on that goal, you meditate on that goal, you are going to have to spend time in isolation. Greatness has a price. Everybody can obtain greatness, but not everyone is willing to pay the price. One of the biggest prices you'll have to pay is spending less time around people and more time around yourself. Think about this, for instance. When you are exercising, what are you trying to do? One of the big things you're trying to do is you are trying to build up your body's resistance to lifting weight. And in order to do that, you need energy. And in order to create more energy, you have to use more energy to build up that resistance. In between reps, I try and time 30 seconds. That way I can rest, regain some of my energy, but at the same time increase my resistance. Now imagine being in the middle of a workout and somebody comes up to you and they say, "Hey man, watch this video," or "Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that?" Just some bullshit that you can care less about. You are not going to be able to focus on your exercise. Same thing with reading. If you want to increase your focus through reading, you want to read through the book, you want to read through that chapter, through that paragraph, wherever you're trying to get to, uninterrupted. You're reading about something, for instance, of how to monetize online advertising. And during your reading, you are temporarily interrupted. Your attention is diverted away from the topic at hand to bullshit. Or you could be completely impolite and tell your friend, "Hey man, I know you're over here, but can you just leave me alone for an hour so I can exercise?" And then you are totally impolite. And there's no point of being around somebody if you're not going to give them your attention. So therefore, the only way to begin your journey of success is through isolation, trying to obtain a goal. And what's crazy is when you become increasingly more reflective on your own time, when you get with a group of friends, it's like they were frozen in time. Like you fell asleep, woke up, and they're still the same. Or it's like Narnia. That'd be a better example. You walk in the closet, you feel like you're gone for hours, but you're only gone for minutes. They still talk about the same bullshit, they still bitch about the same things, but they never reflect in the mirror about how to change their own behavior. But then they'll ask you things like, how did you start exercising, or when did you start reading? And you don't remember when. You just started doing it. And when you tell them there wasn't a dramatic moment, like I was in a coma for 6 months, I woke up and I started reading and exercising, living life to the fullest. No. If you just tell them, I don't remember, I just started doing it, and I continue to do it, and I do it today. And that's because your body, the universe, everything is built upon order. The reason we have the 4 seasons, the reasons we can grow all the vegetation, is because the earth rotates 23.5 degrees on its axis. The reason nutrients can reach your body, the reason you have sufficient oxygen, the reason that you can have your brain supplied is because your body has 60 to 100 beats per minute for your heart rate. You wake up around the same time, you eat around the same time, so do animals in nature. They are programmed through circadian rhythm. When you begin a behavior like exercise or reading, it just becomes part of your routine. There's no magical moment. So when you tell somebody who's not used to doing things, I just started doing it, they don't understand where you're coming from. Now, I'm not trying to say regular people are bad. You need relationships in your life. But on the same token, most people are not going to be willing to sacrifice to become great. They're not willing to exercise, to diet, to read, to meditate, to save money to invest in business propositions instead of movie tickets or liquor or hookers or anything that gives you instant pleasure in an instantaneous fashion. And that's kind of what I've been doing lately. I've been spending a lot of time in isolation. I make time for friends, but I make sure that I get my responsibilities done first, that I finish my reading, I finish my exercise, I finish all that I need to do. That